Hired Ops, is it worth the money? Should you consider playing it for a free-to-play game? Well, all those questions, or any of those questions, if you have any, should be answered. But with that being said, hello everyone, and welcome to Hired Ops, which is a free-to-play game that kind of takes place in the Tarkov universe. Now, is this game worth playing? Well, I'm really on the fence with this game, much like many other YouTubers or anyone else who kind of got around to playing it, and I will say that while the idea is fun, and while the game is fun, and you are an extreme Tarkov fan, yeah, this is probably okay. It might be worth the play, it might be worth the laugh at you, but sadly, like any game on a bad YouTuber's rap list, I just find that this game is kind of a hard sell, and the main reason this is a hard sell is because, like many YouTubers that I've seen and I've noticed from my own experience of watching the videos that they do, unfortunately this game segregates the player base in a way that really doesn't make sense, and one of the main reasons that player base seems to be a little bit segregated is like when you reach, for instance, level 50, which I have not reached at the time of the recording of this video, and I have not reached it yet by the time of editing this video. It feels like, sadly, that's how they kind of separate the player base. The other problem with the game, much like any other online game that you've probably experienced or you've probably played, is the factor that this game has basically a good bit of cheaters, and unfortunately with no anti-cheat in the works or no anti-cheat in sight, I feel that this game just doesn't sell well. It's kind of a hard sell, and obviously like it is, because you do have a lot of potential cheaters in the game, and you have a lot of people who are going to potentially, maybe make this game not very fair for the players who are actually playing it fairly. Unfortunately, I feel like this game is kind of an unfortunate, hard sell to really get into. Now, it's not a bad game by any means, but there are some things that personally I think could have been worked on or could have been looked into that would make this game more fun. One of them is like vaulting, for instance. I don't know if there is a vault button. I don't know if there is a way to jump through windows or vault over things, but vaulting seems to just not be a ideal selection or ideal thought process in this game, and because of that it feels kind of lacking. The other part is just like the in general scale of things, and while I think the scale of the game is fine and it has pretty decent scale maps, the issue is when it comes down to just in general having an idea or having, just an ideal of knowing what you gotta do, what you need to do in general, or what you have to work towards, and that can be a little bit of a difficult thing. The other thing, of course, being the factor of health and whatnot. Like, the factor that you only really get one health per any time you are at the store feels like it's a bit of a hard sell, and it feels like it's not really easy to make it, survivable, for say, on the long run. And because your health doesn't regenerating, in like most games do, I feel like that can be a bit of a hard sell for some players who are used to like the Call of Duty playstyle, the if you will Iron Sight playstyle, the Battlefield playstyle. And I get I understand why they wanted to make it to where you had a health pack and stuff, but I mean, I feel like one health pack is not enough to realistically get you anywhere in this game. I mean, it becomes a game of, if you get hit once and then you use your health pack, that's pretty much it. You're not going to get another health pack until you respawn, or until you can get back to your store. And there's no clear markings of, like, ways to buy more health packs while you're on the battlefield still alive, per se. It's usually, like, I feel that's kind of like a touch and go thing, where you're just kind of touching and going on what you need to do or what you can. But, you know, that's just my first impressions. Like I said, I feel that this game is a very hard sell. It's hard to really make it worth playing, and I feel that in many ways it's just hard to realistically, you know, wanna make praise for this game, because, like, I get the idea, I like the idea, I think that it's worth a look at, but I feel that it's just, like, riddled with potential cheaters and people who are going to utilize those cheats to basically give themselves an advantage or whatever. But I also feel that, in general, it's just hard to really find matches. I mean, you know, I played this game a little bit later at night just so I could find a match, but, you know, at some points in time, this game just feels like it can't find, you know, a match at all. It feels like the servers are kind of dead. So, you know, that's another thing why this game is a bit of a hard sell. But, I mean, in general, hopefully this game has made you interested in potentially trying it out. I mean, you can try this game out if you want, but it is going to be a hard time to find a good match. It's going to be hard to find decent run-around matches, and, you know, there is the potential possibility of, you know, cheaters being able to get away with aimbots or whatever, ball hacks, whatever they can to, you know, give themselves an advantage. So, you know, hopefully that the anti-cheat, it is in the works, or there is an anti-cheat of some sort in this game. I mean, I have not yet found someone who I suspect as a cheater, but I do know that there are potentials of cheats in this game, and there are potential people who are going to be cheating by using wall hacks or whatever they can to, you know, give themselves an advantage. So, of course, keep that in mind. But either way, with that having been said, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Hopefully this is giving you a little bit of a thought of if Hired Ops is worth your time. I feel that it's okay, but I feel, again, that it might not be worth your time if you are looking for a game that is going to be your next FPS game. I mean, that's one thing you gotta realize, is that in many ways and in many cases, this could be your next FPS game, but it may not be your next FPS game, just because of the fact that you have to, you know, worry about things that are going on, and the factor that it's also very hard to find an actual match in the game. But either way, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching this video. You all have seen the links and whatever else I put in to, you know, do on the side. But with that being said, until the next one, everybody, yeah, farewell, everyone.